Lori here with Hardworking Mom. Today we're going to be doing a custom request for a wreath in turquoise and purple. So we are going to do turquoise poofs, and then we're actually going to do some woodland ruffles and a little bit of this as curls as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is start out with the poof, and let me show you the sign. So this is our sign. This is what we're going off of. We have these two ribbons and these two ribbons. All right, let's get started. I am hot. Okay. So first we want to pull all of our ties out. So put the ones on the top up top, towards the center. Okay. And open the ones on the bottom. I like to start my poof by gathering at the end and zip tying it right before a tie. Alright, so we have our zip tie on and we're going to get started. We're going to take these two rough edges and tuck them under, and then I'm going to go across the first one to the second one, then come back. That's going to be our poof. We're going to skip this first one. We're just going to keep doing this all the way around. Your poof will be approximately 10 inches. Okay, so we finished the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to open up the ties on the top. Okay, and what I'm going to do is take it and pull it right up top. I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to tie it right before another tie. And I do this because, and skip that first tie, because then it's seamless and you can't tell where you start and where you stop. So we're going to do the same thing up top, come across, then come back. So skip that first one. That's where we're going to come back to. Okay. Make sure you're still keeping it tucked underneath. So we're going to finish back off where we started. Now I'm going to pull it out and trim a couple inches off. I'll take that. I'm going to go underneath and just tie this with a zip tie so it won't pop out later. Give it a nice clean finish. You can trim off the excess. Alright, so now we're going to get our curls and our woodland ruffles ready for the... So since I already have this on the roll, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So I want to start with a clean edge. Then I'm going to cut 8-inch pieces. Okay, so now we'll cut the purple. We're going to do 20-inch cuts on this because we need enough to get around the entire wreath. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to cut up the ribbons. Okay, so we're going to take the ribbons that we want to put together, and we're going to put them on our perfect tails and roll them out together. We need a total of 9 each, so we'll just roll it as one piece. If your ribbon starts twisting, throw it on the ground. It's a little bit easier to get your ribbon not to twist. Okay. Once you get to 9, just trim it off. And you can slip it right out. Then we'll go to the next one. Remember, you can throw them on the ground. Stack them on top of each other. Okay, so now we'll cut at the top on the other side as well, and we'll do our dovetail. I do it half and half because it is doubled up, so it's an awful lot to cut at one time. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to start putting it together. I like to do 2 at a time. So we're going to do, instead of 3 curls, we're going to do 2 good curls, because we have a much smaller piece of mesh, and I still want to have a little bit of ruffle. So we're going to ruffle it right up. We've got our little bow tie. Okay, then we're going to take our bow dabber. We're going to put it right down in there. to grab our curl. Put that in. And then we'll grab our ribbons. Fold those in half. Gather it in the center. Do our little curl over. Then we're going to pull one piece as one piece and start putting it in our wreath. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have that purple spread out and the blue up so we can see both. We want to see it all. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. And we're just going to keep doing this all the way around. So pinch in the middle, get your hand under it, pick it up as one piece. Okay, just go to the next tie. Make sure you tie it at least 3 times this time. Spread out your ruffle. Pull your ribbons to the front. All right. Okay, so we finished the bottom, and so now we're going to go to the top and do the same thing. What's going to be different on the top is we're going to spread our ribbons out. So remember, we did 2 curls and then straight up the center. Put our bundle together. Okay, so we'll start on the top. Remember, you want to tie it 3 times. Spread everything out. And this time we're going to spread out our ribbon. So we're going to put the larger ribbon going in this direction because there's going to be more room for it because that's where all of everything is gathered. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way around the top. Okay, so we've completed the basic. So you can see how cute that sign's going to be on it. Oh, I love that. So we're going to make a bow and then we'll add our sign. Okay, so I'm going to start with a smaller tail, like maybe 8 inches. I'm going to do 6-inch pieces. Okay. Okay, so once we have this on, we're going to put it down. We're going to put 2 of this. Okay. So, I mean 1 of this. So 1 of this one. Okay. Alright, then we're going to do 2 of this one. Alright. And this time we're going to go down to 5 inches. Okay. And then 1. Also at 5 inches. We'll take our last zip tie. Just get it started. Okay, pull it out from the bottom. Grab a pipe cleaner, and we're going to move this and put it where we have that indentation. So if you put it where the indentation is, then your ribbons are going to stay the same size that you made them. If it gets off from the center, then your ribbons won't be the same size. So if you're having trouble with your ribbon tails and your ribbon loops not matching, you're probably getting it off center. All right, so pull it really tight, and I'll hold these pieces in the back while I fluff it. So I'm just going to twist and pull to get it nice and fluffed. this. All right. So I can kind of see my zip tie. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of this purple, cut it in half. Then I'm just going to take this little piece, fold it over, take it around the back, and tie it off. This is just going to cover that zip tie. I can trim that and the zip tie. Okay. Fluff our bow a little bit. There we go. All right, so let's get this on. Okay. So I'm just going to tie it right here around. Well, actually, maybe we'll tie it up top. I think we'll tie it up top. So right where we have our ribbon tied and our mesh, that's where I'm going to go around. I'm just going right down to the frame, one on either side. I'll tie it off several times and then just kind of loop it around. There we go. All right, so let's turn it. Oh, we might need to redo our loops a little bit. All we got to do is move them back in place. You shouldn't have to refluff. Okay. Then we're going to take our tails and pull them out. Okay. With these, we're going to curl them with our thumbs. Pull it out a little. There we go. All right, just like that. You can see our little bow up there. Now we're going to put our sign right here underneath the bow. So we're going to take our hole punch, put a hole in the bottom and the top, and then our 26 gauge wire. Going to run the wire right through that hole. I like to double it up and then twist that wire to make sure it's not going to come loose. Okay. Then we're going to use one of our weaving needles and thread it just like a regular needle with our wire. I do bend it over and then I just push it straight through the mesh. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to make it so much faster. And then like everything else, you need to tie it to the frame. Okay, so now we're going to do the top. Okay, so we'll put our last one, same process, just I'm going to go right under the bow and just kind of go right through that mesh. Okay, pull it right through. and tie it on the frame. Then we can trim that off. And it's done. So I shake it just to make sure. Look how nice and full that is. I think she's going to be very happy. Woo! All right, y'all have a great day. Make sure to subscribe and come back. We'll have more videos in the future. Thank y'all.